Hey everybody! Koricon Nerd here, and we got a trailer that dropped today for a new Tamil movie, Vivegam. Now, I did a teaser reaction for this back in May, and I also did a lyric song kind of reaction for it, even though I didn't play the music because of copyright issues. But I did a reaction and recap thing for Siva, and I got very different responses. So for the Vivegam teaser, it was pretty overwhelming. You guys seemed to like it. For the Siva song, though, I didn't like the song, so a lot of you didn't like that video. I got a lot of hate on that one. But it's part of the reason why you guys watch me, right? Is you want my honest opinion about things. Sometimes we don't agree with each other, and I'm sure a lot of people just clicked off of this video because I said that. They're not even going to see what I think of this one. But anyway, let's watch the trailer. I want to see what we're going to get with this one. I really do like this bottom poster, though. It looks like some of those action films that I grew up watching. You know, kind of looks like maybe a Rambo or an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. And I know he's like an Interpol agent going to Malaysia to find a gangster of some kind. So let's check out this trailer and we'll see what they got for us, and then we'll go through it. Ajith Kumar. Oh, subtitles are not on. There we go. Oh, I like that. Feels like some of those action films. That's probably why the poster looks like that. We have a lot of different location shots. Oh, that was beautiful. I like rain. Oh, gotta go to work. Nice. That was cool.
That's my friend for you.
I like the wide shots on those action scenes.
Phoenix Parva Madri.
Nice. See, that song is good.
Will see my rage.
So the musical parts, like in here we had, we had two different kinds of music. You had the kind of electronic music. That one I didn't like, and that's like Survivor. I just didn't like that song. I don't like the way it sounds. I don't think it fits. That could just be my, it's my personal preference. I just don't like it personally, but I know a lot of people do. Now, the music that's in this trailer, besides the electronic part that they had around the middle, but the thematic score that they've got going on in the beginning and the end and throughout this trailer, that is good. I really like the way it sounded near the end of the trailer. You've got some good drum beats in there with the symphonic score, and that stuff sounds great. And that's what I'm hoping is going to be throughout the movie. That electronic music and the Survivor song, they're probably going to be maybe the intro scene or the end credits music. And that's perfectly fine. I have no problem with that. But I would like the movie to have that score, because that music is good. There's a lot of different kind of location shots in this movie. So we have like this one in almost like a dead forest, or no, this one's in the snow with him dragging that log. This one is in the snow on the mountain. They have the city. They had one that was like this is on a, looks like that's a dam, and you have the green in the background. They had some locations with that's pretty cool. I like that shot though. It's like a museum almost. But you have this with the training outside. This one with is like a cabin with all of the woods. More trees. But you have a bunch of different location shots with different weathers. You have rain, you have green, you have snow, you have like this in the snow. So I like the fact that they're going to multiple kinds of locations. It gives the film a nice dynamic, like a worldwide feel to it. Because this has very much of a Mission Impossible type feel to it. You got you got 5 guys that are working together. They're like, I don't know if you would call them spies, but the Interpol, he works with Interpol. So you have a team of people. And with movies like that, especially since he's supposed to go to Malaysia, look at that. That's a beautiful shot there. I don't know if that's the best way of doing a push-up, but it works. It looks cool, at least. I like that water. I like waterfalls. I like water in general. That's why I like rain. Some of these sets for Interpol is very movie flashy sci-fi kind of feel to it. Like if you actually go to Interpol, it doesn't look anything like this. But a lot of big budget movies like to do that, Mission Impossible, Die Hard movies, True Lies, basically anything that has a big office and they're supposed to be high tech. They've got huge monitors and very bright and clean. In reality, it's probably just a bunch of cubicles. But it looks cool on film, so. See, and there's another one right in the forest with the yellows. I like it's like fall. It's during the autumn season, so you have all of the cool leaf colors, which makes a great palette for cinematography. See, there's your 5 guys. They're getting along with each other. This was pretty funny. And he's like, ask for coffee, please. Look on his face like, what? And then we got the love story. I don't know how much the love story is going to come into play. Because he's not trying to get revenge or anything. Like, she's not really involved with the Interpol part unless she gets kidnapped or something. So I'm hoping the romance part of it it's there, but it's minimal. I don't want it to take up the entire first interval of the film. I would rather it be focused more on the more action parts, because it's structured like like an action film. But that's a beautiful shot. I like the rain with the lake. I've seen alcoves like that before. It looks kind of like the one that was in Hero. Oh, that's a nice shot. They had a shot like that in Shavai, but it was more snow. But with the mountain ranges in the background like that, it looks like a great camping trip. Very romantic. Now this was a cool action scene. Just boom. He just grabbed the railing and flew down. It was a good looking shot because it's wider. Even though he's rigged up, you can still see a lot of it physically done. Practical effect. I like that. I don't know why he's doing that with the sword. What did that train ever do to him? This is a bit silly. standing on top of the car and just going in circles with the guns. I don't know how I feel about that one. That guy is probably going to be an interesting character. But these car chase sequences, they look great. Look at that. It's overhead wide shot. Overhead wide shot with you see everything in frame. Even in this one, you might have a close-up of Ajith, but the rest of the stuff is still in frame. You have a lot of moving parts. You can see the entire action sequence. So I have a feeling the action stuff is going to look cool. That looks like a poster. They should just make that the Vivegam poster. But yeah, I mean, it looks like a fun movie. It looks like a cool action. I'm glad to hear that the music that is going to be in the movie is going to have more of that thematic score to it, which I think sounds a lot better, personally, than the Siva song or the electronic music. So even though we disagree on that for a lot of people, I still think this thematic score works a lot better for the film. I'm glad to hear that that is going to be in the movie. So the movie is a lot more appealing to me now than that other song. And the action stuff looks good. It looks like they filmed the action sequences properly. Practical effects keep things in frame. Longer cuts, wider shots. I like that. So I think the action's going to be great. The only thing I think I'm concerned about is that the romance part of the film is going to feel too disconnected from the rest of the movie. I know a lot of people like the romance parts, but if it's not integrated into the action part of his life, then it may just distract from the film. So they should integrate her into the team somehow, or maybe she's a part of Interpol through The Office. Something where she's involved with the action part so that the romance has more of a bearing on the rest of the movie. Otherwise, he's just having a romance, has a lady, and then goes off and does his job, and she's left at home. And then there really wasn't a need for the whole romance to begin with. So I would like to see the romance tied into the overall arc of the story instead of it just being there to pad time. So that's what I would be looking for. Other than that, I think the action stuff looks good. I like the story of going to Malaysia. I like the fact that it's worldwide. You have a lot of cool different location shots. So yeah, I want to see it. I think it looks good. But what do you guys think? Comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this. And now let's get into today's question. This one come from AJ Roshan. One Indian movie that you think that this should be made in Hollywood? Well, I don't know about a single movie that I would want remade per se. I don't really think a movie should be remade. Like, I like the Bahubali movies, but I wouldn't want America to remake it. I think they're perfectly fine on their own. But I do love fantasy films. I love medieval era. I would love to see Hollywood take some of the rich Indian mythologies that they have. They have thousands of years of rich mythologies, and do like a trilogy Lord of the Rings style with one of the mythologies. I think that would be awesome. So let me know what you guys think. What mythologies would you like to see in like a trilogy Lord of the Rings style film epic that maybe we can convince Peter Jackson to do? If you're even interested in that. Or is there a movie that you like that you would like to see remade in Hollywood? I don't know. I personally don't think you need to remake movies. You just need to put them out in different languages. Like, I like this just fine, and I was reading the subtitles. But let me know you guys' thoughts. Comment below. Let me know If you're on VidMe, upvote this, give me a follow and share it around. And if you're on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. And I will see you in the next video.